we're on a little adventure road trip because our food order got denied from the ferry. So usually we have Roger in the city who buys some groceries for us, and then he puts it on the ferry, and then we can pick it up here in Viveros, and that way we can stay away from the Corona mainland. But yesterday he came to the ferry with like 20 boxes of ours, and they denied him. They said they don't do cargo anymore. So Maria had to get Jojo ready, and Paul and I had to get Karl and JOANA ready for staying here for a little bit. And today we're gonna lift up anchor and we're gonna sail over to San Carlos, to Vista Marina, and then we're gonna pick up the groceries there. The problem is that there's a lot of fresh stuff in there, so we have to be quick. And we tried to get ready yesterday, but it was just too much to do, like with the 3 boats and getting everything ready. But early morning start, sun is just coming up, we're having some coffee, and then we're gonna lift up anchor and we're out of here. Bye-bye, you two! Aww. Our trip from Isla Viveros in the Las Perlas Islands to Vista Marina on the Panamanian mainland will be around 60 nautical miles, heading pretty much west. Looky! We're just motoring through a small channel south of Mogo Island and a beautiful little sandbar to get out to the open ocean, and it seems like there is a bit of a wind coming up. Well, how about getting some of those sails out? JOANA is a 72-foot gaff-rigged steel yawl built in 1972. There are no winches to set the sails or to move the sheets. Everything is manual. And due to the gaff, it's a 2-man job to raise the heavy mainsail. One person on the halyard that lifts the throat, and the other person is raising the peak that lifts the gaff. Come on, Paul! Usually we set the mainsail first, and then we set the foresail starting from the inside, working our way outside, meaning the cutter goes up first. And today we're only going to use the mainsail and the cutter and see how it's going. When you hoist the cutter and the outer jib, to get the halyard nice and tight, you sweat the lines with 2 people, using the weight of the one person to pull the halyard backwards and then downwards, and the other person taking up the slack. Well, done, sails are up. driving. Emerald's like, not so sure what's going on. Luca is 12 years old, but he thinks he's a little pup. Don't ya, Luca? Don't ya? Feeling seasick? Please pat me. Please pat me. Monkey shining. Monkey shine. Using up the paint because we don't want to look too scrappy, you know, slash gypsy fleet that we are. But we can't hide who we are. No, I'm making room for the new paint that's going to come in. So. Yay! Yeah. As you see, the rest of my crew's just sitting around and filming and not necessarily helping. Wow, we're honking.
How do you feel about all the responsibility for a whole crew and that big ship?
I'm not sure. I don't think I have any responsibility here.
Well,
that's a good thing.
You are actually touching the steering wheel, you know.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I have a responsibility. That's the responsibility here.
Ah, oh, I see. Yeah, it looks that way too, so...
Shove away for... I'm just following orders here.
Just take that.
What a beauty! Wow, it's crazy hot. We just passed Isla Bona and Isla Otoka and we have about another 16 or 17 meters, I was gonna say. Unfortunately not meters, but nautical miles to go. And we're roasting, roasting. Wind is gone. We caught a mahi. So we're gonna have some sashimi later on. Where are we going? There's a lot of rain right now, so hopefully when we get there the rain will be gone. Apart from that, there's beautiful Panama weather brewing on our starboard side. It's crazy, I don't know, 1 second it's like, it's so hot that you're nearly getting a heat stroke, and then 2 minutes later it's like... quite make it during daytime, so now we have to go into the marina in the dark. But luckily Maria is a super good driver, so it will be interesting. Quite windy, a little rainy. We've got everything set up, so fingers crossed. Maria maneuvered Jojo safely to the dock, and we're on the way to the marina bar for a cold drink on the terrace. We haven't been to the mainland in 8 or 9 months, so we're filled with a mix of excitement but also quite a bit of reservation due to the whole COVID-19 situation. We only stayed for one night in the marina, and now we're gonna go and anchor in Punta Chame, which is 20 nautical miles from here, north. And we're just prepping the boat to leave. We put the bow line and the stern line both unslip, like we let them back to the boat so we can just let them go. And then we have one spring line that Maria's gonna run into so she can get her ass off the dock. We were supposed to pick up a shipment with boat parts that we had ordered in the States, but it seems that some of the cargo boats had been delayed due to the hurricanes coming through. So instead of heading back the 60 miles to the Pearl's Islands or staying in the expensive marina, we will wait for the arrival of our goodies in the nearby anchorage of Punta Chame. Getting Joanna ready for some sailing because the wind is nice. So right now we're prepping the main sail. We're just taking off the sail ties and I'm prepping the lines for the gaff here. There's one on this side. And then there's one here that needs to be untied. Let's see. Well, we got some wind today and it's about, well, between maybe 8, maximum 12 knots, and Jojo is doing between 3 and 3.5, buoying along. It's a beautiful little sail that we're doing from San Carlos, the marina, to the anchorage in Punta Chame, which is about 23 miles, I'd say. Yeah, it's really nice. We're all a bit tired because there was quite a lot that we had to do these last 2 days, and there's a big storm brewing on the mainland, but we hope that it's going to stay where it is right now. And that's about it. I think we have another 2 hours to go, and then it's time to drop the hook and have a good sleep. A bit of a wind shift. Now we're getting the wind from the land and it's freshened up a little bit. So first we had no wind, so we took down the foresails, and now it came from the other side. Now we're running with the engine and the main, and probably should take down the main soon, because if we get too much wind it's gonna be a little annoying to take the sail in. And there's a bit of weather moving in. Water spouts forming everywhere. Capitana still doesn't look too worried yet, so we're good.
Yeah, we're not soon enough. We've got our bird friends. Oh, not two of you. Are you fucking me?
Luckily, we did escape the bad weather and are now coming around Punta Chame, heading towards the anchorage. A bunch of fishermen are cruising past us in the lanchas heading out to work. We had put the anchor up on deck before we came over from the Las Perlas Islands because it's just very low. It like sits like very close to the waterline, so it becomes a bit of a hazard. So now we have to put it back into the water. And since my foot is not feeling so good today because we did a lot of walking and like moving stuff around yesterday, Maria's gonna play crew today, or first mate, and I'm gonna be on the helm for the anchoring. Maria has a forward-looking sonar, which is nice.
5-0 still. Woo. So I'm just gonna go a little further in.
I might have possibly anchored JOANA a little bit too much shallow draft Karl style, but more about that next week.
Okay, I'm coming back.